Hello.
Hello. Howdy.
Uh, Howdy doody. How's it going?
I'm pretty good.
Good. I can put you on stream, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did up my I did myself up a little bit. I showered and everything.
Bitch better have my money.
Yo,
Y'all should know me well
Yeah.
enough. Bitch better have my
City.
money.
Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you for the $20. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's very nice. Very
Remember to give your
generous.
streamer love and money. Love in the
Yeah.
form of money.
Yeah, we do sort of operate on money. It's kind of like a pay to play system. We do more streaming if we live.
The way that I put it is that like at my level of streaming, I'm mostly just like talking and educating with friends who occasionally financially help me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I genuinely,
More than occasionally on, good months.
yeah. I I really don't like to chill. I never figured out how to do it, so I kind of just don't. I just don't.
That's why you
Uh
smoke hella weed, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of reasons.
Fair.
Um so freshly showered otter here. IRL in the flesh. Um a wonderful friend. I know you none of you know him probably. A first introduction. Um first time.
Yeah, yeah. New
I
guy.
love Bry. I
New
love
guy just
Bry.
dropped.
First time. A long time watcher, first time caller. It's not true. We talked like 2 weeks ago. Um anyway,
Yeah.
I love Bry for his coverage of disability rights, particularly from an ML perspective, which unfortunately is pretty rare. Both of those, especially having them together. So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Bry. I am a ML streamer on TankTube. I mostly, actually, pretty much exclusively cover disability rights. Uh, I and do we want to get into like how I got to that point, but or
Yeah,
something? But
yeah, we'll get there.
yeah. Okay, we'll get there. But yeah, I cover disability rights. Right now, I'm reading Health Communism. I plan on doing articles and other books after I finish this one, as well as the React content that I have been doing. I do interview. I've done a few interviews at this point, and I've done 2 panels at this point. I plan on doing panels at least like once a month. I just really like, like I can speak from so people who don't know me. I am multi-disabled in the fact that I am physically disabled. I walk with a limp. Um, I am neurodivergent. I have ADHD. I also have chemo brain, and that is because actually all of my disabilities except for ADHD have stemmed from the fact that I am a two-time cancer survivor. Once when I was 6 months old, and once when I was 16 years old.
Mm.
Um, and just having brain surgeries apparently fucks up your body. Who knew? It's apparently attached to a
It's
lot of things.
pretty
It's
important,
apparently
yeah.
in charge of everything, which is kind of bullshit, but
It's kind of a
um,
rigged system, if you ask me.
rigged. I know, right? Like, but yeah. So yeah, I have those disabilities, and I have experience that I can speak from having those disabilities. And by the way, for everyone who doesn't know, chemo brain is just like worse ADHD. Uh, for people who go through chemotherapy, um, it tends to cause permanently afterwards for you to have symptoms of ADHD if you did not previously have ADHD, and if you did have worse ADHD after that point.
And that can
So,
be
like,
like, sorry to interrupt, but that can be a lot of things, right? Like you can get brain fog and like
yeah, yeah.
memory loss and stuff.
I say symptoms that are usually typical of ADHD, because it's not that you get ADHD. That's a neurotype, but you tend to have a occurrence or worsening of symptoms that are associated with ADHD.
Yeah.
So yeah. So people who have gone through it will start to have brain fog and other things like that. They haven't gotten ADHD, but they do have some symptoms that are typical of it. But yeah, um, and that's but what I was talking about with that, I'm sorry, turned around. But anyway, the reason why I've been liking doing those panels is because I can speak from those experiences as being physically disabled and neurodivergent. Um, but I can't speak from having a sensory-based disorder, or having mental illness, um, or having an invisible disability. Those are experiences in the disabled community that I can't speak from personally, and I want to make people in our space more aware of the rest of our community. And so I found that the best way to do that is through panels, because then I can speak to a number of different people who have a number of different experiences. I actually had you on, uh, and you were able to speak from your experience, and I really loved having that
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it's great.
addition to things.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the
Yeah,
panels. I look forward to more of them.
hmm hmm
Just in general. I
I need to
mean, I'll
figure
come
out a
back
topic
too,
for. I
but
need to figure out a topic for, and also, like, the reason why I started out on Twitch just being a gaming channel, and I kind of reasoned myself into that because I kind of just like wanted to be a bigger part of the community, and I also wanted to be like more comfortable talking in front of people and stuff. And so I was like, I guess if I've got something that I'm usually like comfortable doing, then that'll make me more comfortable talking to people.
mhm.
But as I was on for longer, as I, you know, got into community with a lot more people, I noticed that there was a bit of a gap in leftist spaces. In like, if spaces aren't explicitly ableist, they at the very least are not very accommodating of disabled people, and
Mhm.
there's not really that many spaces that are at all talking about disability related issues. And so
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to create, like, retune my space to being that for people, and also educating on it, because it feels like there's a lot of ignorance about it. There's a lot of like, oh, are you just word policing because this stuff makes you I'm sorry, this very common word makes you uncomfortable, and it's like, I'm sorry, but that like literally affects my life.
Right. Like it's so easy to just use different language. And frankly, people who refuse to are uncreative and, probably not very intellectually curious.
It's true.
Just
Very true.
saying. Also, like I do think there's a lot of resistance to discussion about health and disability in general since COVID began
I
because
think that
the denial.
I think that it's always been kind of an issue, and like this just goes to like cultural ableism, and the fact that it's so culturally ingrained in us that like everyone is afraid of dying, everyone is afraid of being like, I remember from our from the first panel that Lisa's learning was saying that like it's a known fact that a lot of people would rather be dead than blind. So like, people are inherently very uncomfortable with our community. Like, our community reminds people of uh, their mortality, kind of.
Yeah, it literally is. I actually have a little Twitter TikTok thing. I'll show you later about this. It is just like rejecting that you are mortal at a certain level. Like you're really deep in denial. And I mean, alienation is a huge part of that, right? Because capitalism alienates us from each other, but also from like our own needs and what like we need to do to like have like a fulfilling life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you become an ML? How did you become correct?
I actually probably have a very weird. I actually probably have a very weird way of getting to it compared to others. Um, so I, you know what? I gotta be. I'll be right back. My
No
dog is
worries.
pestering me to go outside.
Okay. You must obey the whims of the doggo. Dog is king. No kings except dogs and cats. They can be the monarchs. How about that?
All right, that should be
I,
at least 5 minutes.
I proposed a new theory. We're workshopping it. What if no kings except dogs and cats?
They certainly want to be it. I mean, like fucking.
They act like it, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
they act
cats.
like it's. They act like it's. Yeah, Rudy's like, I don't care what the fuck you're doing. I want outside right now. Do it.
Must go outside.
Let's go outside.
Classic.
I think he's already peed tonight, so like I don't even know why he, you know,
He
maybe he's chasing a
yearns
butterfly. I
to
don't fucking know.
bark at the moon. Oh my god,
Of
my
course.
neighbor's husky, I heard like for the first time do the whole like yowl cry thing. It was like a full on oh woo.
I got a German Shepherd. He does the same shit.
It's so cute. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. He's the one who wanted to go outside.
Yeah. Where were
uh,
you?
but yeah. Uh,
Uh you have a
sorry.
different way
So
of
we were talking
coming
about how I
to
became
ML.
how I
Yeah.
became correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So after like all of my health issues, I did become more religious at some point. During those struggles. But anyway, I I had always been like a little bit more like I had always had like compassion for other people. D- Regardless of that came from my upbringing or whatever. And so when I became more religious and I was in religious community that was hateful, it was a very like weird thing for me. And as I was like exploring a bit more and actually like ran into people who were actually, so there was a community on Twitter before it became like a Nazi hellhole. It was called Weird Catholic Twitter. It's a
What?
uh,
Oh, that is something I would love to dig into.
So I don't recall if anyone is still there. I think they all left after Elon took over Twitter. But the thing about them is that they're all communists. They were all like
Oh,
hardcore communists.
cool.
Um, they were yeah, yeah. Literally, one of them, his profile picture was a like a religious icon of Stalin.
Hell yeah. I love that. It, like
Uh,
like those
yeah,
candles like the you burn with
yeah.
the
No,
Jesus.
seriously, no. It seriously was that. It seriously was. I forget his name, but yeah, it
I
was
love
literally that.
that.
But anyway, like they were like, the point that kind of drew me in was like if God is love, then and like you're supposed to love fellow man, then shouldn't you be wanting to tear down these systems that
Mm.
cause conflict between people, that cause contradictions between human beings to where they are in inherent conflict with one another? Shouldn't you want to tear that down? Uh, and that got me into reading liberation theology. And then after that, I started
Cool.
reading Marx and started reading Lenin and shit like that. It was a very quick domino because I was
It
I was
all just
very
fell into
receptive.
place. Yeah.
It was I was very receptive to it.
When it starts making sense, like it just like makes more and more sense, and then you get more and more puzzle pieces in place. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean like at the end of the day, like I just like love other people. And so like the finding something that just gave me a quicker inroad to do that was just like it was quick to accept.
yeah, yeah, that's great. I'm curious which liberation theology you are reading. Like, what is there like a text that's like the one?
So the one that I like really turn and I actually read this on stream was Herbert McCabe's Christian Love and the Class Struggle. Um
Ooh,
it's kind of more like an article than it is a book, but and he's an Irish priest. Um and there's a bit of stuff in it that I like now don't agree with. Like he said at one point in there that like an agreed point between Stalin and Margaret Thatcher is that Christianity is completely incompatible with the class struggle.
he
And
didn't say
like,
that.
okay, and like one, he didn't say that. Two, uh, he literally reinstated the Orthodox Church in Ukraine to fight Nazis. Like, if
Hmm.
he thought that Christianity wasn't compatible with
Yeah. Also, have you
communism, why
seen
would he
the
use it
churches in
to?
Russia? They're gorgeous. They're really pretty.
They're fucking, they're fucking cool. They're yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have if you want to call me Jesus, I do have some texts that I can send you.
Hmm.
But
Man, today on I think it was a Yugo stream, uh he played this video of some fucking Barbara, some like very clearly Christian conservative, and she was talking about how she like realized that she's been lied to all her life suddenly, and now she's like, wait, Jesus wouldn't like this. I don't think Jesus
yeah,
would like anything the Republicans are doing. In fact, this socialism thing sounds kind of cool.
yeah, no. The way that I describe it to people when I just want to give like a quick like elevator pitch that I'm on your side is that I say my savior was a Palestinian communist who was killed by an imperial state.
Literally that. The
Yeah,
worst, one of the
literally
like
that.
the one we kind of try to emulate, right? Rome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we fucking love that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Whether you agree with it or not, it's just like, But so yeah, so then the other thing that I maybe forgot to explain on my own stream was that like when I heard that thing of like capitalism is like a structure that is like impeding love between man, humankind. I don't mean to have gendered language, but anyway, uh, if you take that a bit further and include a few other structures, such as misogyny, such as homophobia, such as transphobia, such as racism, um, these are also structures in society that are causing strife between people, causing a situation where people cannot properly be in community with one another, cannot properly love each other. And so you need to be fighting those as well if you are to be a good Christian, I would say.
Mhm.
Uh, the if I'm gonna be a bit more theological, I'd say that like Jesus said, the greatest commandment is to love God, and the second greatest is to love your neighbor as yourself. And if like the greatest thing is to love each other, then that means that goes above everything else, including all that like weird ass shit in Leviticus or Old Testament shit. Uh, if it's not directed towards loving each other, then it's probably not something that you should be doing.
Mhm. Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, I know. I love that.
not
Like
just like
leading
in
with
this
love.
all. Yeah, yeah,
And it is like foundationally about that. Like it was always like historically, if we look at the actual origins of these religions, like it
yeah,
is
yeah.
just sort of like a community gathering, primarily, right? And like a way to coordinate your belief system and like values, like
Hmm.
which is valuable. It's actually it's good to say it, like it's evil um to oppress people, like.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, and also loss. Like I do not make any excuses for my religion or the evils that it has done, especially to your community. Like and like that's a history that needs to be dealt with. I don't say that because that I think that that is the correct interpretation of my religion, that means that it has been correctly interpreted for any amount of time. I think that the majority of people who call themselves Christian have been acting in an incredibly unchristian way and have been harming people, including your people, a lot. uh, I'm also anti-missionary, for to be clear to everyone. Like, I don't want to convert any of you.
Yeah. um it is like it's such a personal thing, like like inherently it's like an internal experience. um so it is weird when you know people want to proselytize.
Yeah. Oh, daydream. So, I mean, like, I would just say that dialectal materialism is the way that the Earth functions. Like, I don't quite see those two things as being interacting with one another that much. And to like, I don't really want to get into like the reason why I like have religious belief. That's a very more personal thing. It's but all I'll say is that it's like for people, and this is just something to also understand with like anyone else who was your comrade, whether that be a Christian comrade or a Muslim comrade or a Jewish comrade or something like that. Like, people with religious beliefs are trying to find some comfort in the world, and it's okay to feel it, to like search for that comfort, as long as you are also like properly a comrade,
Yeah, it's not
not
mutually
not also being a
exclusive.
dickhead about other things.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely not mutually exclusive, and like it's not like Bry is like like anti-science or like doing the religious like transphobia or like any of
I'm
these harmful
literally a scientist,
things.
actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And you can very much have those things exist at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm curious actually because I've heard you mention this in passing. I want you to expand on it. the importance of having a socialist state in the transition to communism for for the disability community, for all of us disabled, and why that's
Oh, I
important.
mean, just if we're gonna have communes, how is your commune going to create chemotherapy drugs? How is your commune going to like the pharmaceuticals that is required for members of my community to survive? I would be dead if we were in a commune situation twice. There is no way that you can have like a medical structure with medical rules, with a standard of care, um, in a like with the people that we have today. Like I can't predict how humankind would be like after a socialist state hundreds or thousands of years from now, or whatever. But like taking into account the humanity that we have right now and the shortcuts that people want to make right now and things like that, I need some sort of institutions that are going to ensure the survival and going to ensure the well-being of the disabled community, of people who are going through extreme medical traumas. Like, sure, you in a commune can fix my broken leg, but if I like contract a disease of some sort, or if I get cancer or something like that, like that
There's a pandemic.
requires a bit more. That requires a bit fucking more.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or a pandemic that can like go through communities, ravage entire communities. Like I do not know how you stop COVID in an anarchist society. Uh,
Hmm.
and if you look at socialist societies, like fucking Vietnam didn't have any what did not have any cases or not any deaths for 3 years, like something like that.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
was fucking what? It was either was it? Am I thinking of Vietnam or thinking of China? It was one of the two.
I
Genre
know
Virgo, help me.
DPRK.
Pure deaths.
DPRK basically.
It was
Oh, it
Vietnam.
was. Yeah, I know
Oh
DPRK did
yeah.
very well as well. Like they just immediately shut shit down.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's the kind of shit that I need. That's the kind of assurance that I need for my community in
Hmm.
order to make sure that like we're okay at the end of the day. I think that that's actually like because I had been kind of like been sitting in my leftism for a good number of years. Like I became like definitely not a like a socialist of some sort after 2020, because like I think that like getting into liberation theology and stuff that kind of like brought me to where I could have at some point been like a social democrat of some sort. Um, After I then in 2020 worked at an Amazon warehouse, that kind of just solidified me on like, oh
Mm.
no, this shit's fucked. This shit's absolutely
Oh
fucked.
my god.
Um, but yeah, like for like I'd say between like 2020 and like 2025 or something like that, I didn't know where I was because I just needed to read more. I just needed to understand more. Um, I did find like Hugopnik and Hakeem and Second Thought like fairly early in that, and those were like my main sources of like online stuff. So I guess I've
Mm.
been like raised by Tankies the entire time. I just didn't
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah. No, same. In my like
uh,
beginning trajectory, second thought particularly was really important.
he's really fucking good. Also, chat, did you know? So Second Thought started a socialist mailer, and friend of the show, Cult of Eyes, They just found out like a few days ago that they are going to be one of the featured artists on that socialist mailer. Uh, which I'm really fucking excited about. Because I told them to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I love to see artists getting actual work. Real artist, real work.
Yeah,
Really love to
yeah.
see it.
It sounds like it sounds like they're gonna be paid too, so that's great.
Yes. Yes. And more people will
Yeah.
find out about them.
Exactly, because they deserve more attention.
Yeah. Shout out Cult Device for real. They did one of my favorite emotes, and probably I think my top used one is my You Can't. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
You Can't, and
That is one of my
also
favorite of yours as well.
the No too.
The no, yeah, the no. The no is my favorite.
Yeah. Incredible.
They also did my favorite of mine, which I use everywhere, and my sussy emote. I love the big dumper.
Yes. Oh my god. It's so good with the tail.
I know. They did so great. They did
Yeah.
so great.
Awesome. Wait, let me actually shout them out. Oh wait,
Yeah, yeah.
no, my mods did. Thank you, mods.
Hell yeah. I think they're streaming right now, so
Perfect. Yeah, check them out, chat. Check it
yeah.
out. I had another question, but I forgot. I forgot it.
For gore. I
What were we
forgot
just
what we were
talking about?
talking about.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
fucking know.
Uh, surely
I think
something.
oh no,
Surely
we were
was.
talking. Okay, we were talking
Oh,
about
COVID.
why I think. Well, so no, we were talking about why I think that being an ML is important in the disabled community.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
fundamentally why I just do not see. I mean, like a lot, like a big point of like all of us in the ML space is that we just like want a path towards successful socialism. And you know what successful socialist states have been? They've
Yeah.
been fucking ML states.
Yeah.
Uh, that has been the most effective way to create a socialist state. Um, and I think that a socialist state is
It's the
the best
only,
for the well
the only
is the
way it's
well
ever happened.
the only yeah the only way that's ever fucking happened.
Literally.
When we were doing that tier list, like literally every single leader, it said political alignment Marxist Leninist. Every
Hmm.
single one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just history and like look, like there's things that anarchists have helped with, such as mask blocks. Incredible. Get involved with your local mask block. Donate to them. Do whatever. Do something. However,
They're good to be in. They're good to be in
you
like
know
in
what?
community with.
Yeah, but
But
like you
like,
know what's better than a fucking mask block is fucking state mandated masks and also supplying the masks.
I like at the end of the day, I think that it would be a good thing if we had a state
What?
that had mandatory
Oh,
vaccination.
yes.
Um, and I think that you kind of need a state for that. I don't think that you're going to be able to convince people. I think that there are going to be some people who you can't convince with that. I think that we probably just need a state for that.
Yep.
At least for now. I don't know. Man, like
Yeah.
just like that's the way that humanity is right now. And I'm
Yes.
dealing with how humanity is right now at the end of the day.
Yeah, and internationalism does kind of require you to have a nation. And
Mhm.
I know, like, states and nations are different.
Internationalism. It's
Right. States
Similar.
and nations are different, which I think anarchists don't understand or care about. they are very different. But nations have a right to exist and a right to self-determine, and that will never stop being true. Like you can't forcibly make everyone anarchist. That's a little ironically authoritarian.
Exactly. You can't say no making state.
Yeah, right. No state.
Where's the Okay, the dog wants back inside. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'll look for questions. I think someone had one earlier. There's an essay post. Seen people send death threats over very mild disagreements. Seen how people flamed a person for not wanting to get into politics. Seen people revert to the most disrespectful and most vile things over what ultimately amounted to nothing. So I ask simply, as simple as it gets, why does all this matter, really? What good outweighs this much bad to the degree of doing death threats?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm going to read this essay post to you again. I've seen people send death threats over mild disagreements. I've seen people flamed a person for not wanting to get into politics. I've seen people revert to the most disrespectful and most vile things over what ultimately amounted to nothing. So I ask, as simple as it gets, why does all this matter, really? What good outweighs this much bad to the degree of doing end death threats? Doing death
What are
threats.
we talking about?
I think it's just a question about why are we... This is Bag of Bones. So there's like a real quiet violence of capitalism that just kind of exists as a blanket accepted status quo. The police murder of black people, the what million people a year that die simply because they're poor, people that die because they don't have medical care. So there's already so much violence, and I'm not condoning death threats. You should never do that. That's illegal and TOS. I'm not saying that. So when people fight against that type of violence that is implicit in capitalism, it can look bad. People lash out, and it can be adventurous, and that's not productive. But that's why we organize, so that we get collectivized and class conscious, and we can build dual power institutions so that we can get through this. That's the good. The good is a society that works for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, I want more people to become class conscious. I don't know if, like, the flaming people over being, like, politically disengaged or, like, obviously death threats is not okay. But, like, I am going to kind of, like, push people and propagandize people to become more engaged, because, like, we are being violence is being done to us every single day. And there's only so much that certain people can take, especially, like, as I speak from the disabled community. We are going to be the ones who are going to feel the heat of that shit more soon than other people. I would say that, like, this specific flavor of fascism has attacked specifically brown immigrants and trans people before, like, more viciously than us first. But, like, at the end of the day, like, the most vulnerable are going to feel that kind of stuff. So there is some urgency. I think there are some people who feel an understandable urgency about it, and probably approach that in the wrong way. I would say that, like, it is important to, like, make people not complacent. How we do that is a political question and a question that like we do have to deal with as far as like you know like the best way of propagandizing people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Um, yeah, I don't like it's a hard question, like how do we agitate without um that's kind of a funny word, right? Agitate without agitating, yeah, right? Because like political agitation shouldn't make you emotionally agitated. That isn't actually the most productive place to be. It should make you more analytical, more critical, more able to see the systems of oppression around you and how to fight against them, right?
Mhm. It's how do we shake people awake at the end of the day? Like we're just trying to make people awake to the things that are already happening to them. Um, like you should be upset about this. You should, you know, like I I understand like the doomerism and the complacency and whatever, but like there is a better way. There are like people who have actually figured shit out a little bit more than us. And like it is something that we should strive for, we should push for. It is a possible future. It is a thing that like we need in order to survive for a lot of us. For a lot of us, it's the only way forward to surviving at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And like that's where it is actually really important to study um, the history and the ongoing, I guess, news of actually existing socialist nations, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
in this way, like you can see in 5-year plans directly how it's addressed. Like,
Yeah, if your leftism doesn't include like that socialism has ever actually been successful, I'm sorry, how are you convincing other people? How are you making other people how? How are you making anyone feel like, "Oh, this is a possible
yeah,
thing to do?" When every fucking
right.
time that you have someone who has done socialism, you're saying, "Oh, that wasn't real." They How the fuck are you supposed to tell me that we're doing it the right way? It's just
Literally, like what what exactly is your example then? Oh, you don't have one. Okay, do you have like an imaginary, like is there like a fiction book or something I can read? Like
you're just being doomerism. Yeah, for
and then
thousands of years it's been done and worked well. Yeah, especially in like a lot of Native American nations have done it as well. Yeah,
it's funny
like
though because like a lot of these anarchists will
that
also
was a big.
like be like oh well we have to engage with the Demsoc candidates. We have to simply because that's the only way. And if you say otherwise, then you're telling people that there's nothing to believe in, nothing to hope for, while at the same time saying that AES doesn't exist.
Like I was actually saying it this the other I was actually saying this like earlier today is that like my whole concern with the whole like DemSoc thing is that I don't think that that is pushing people towards further class consciousness. I think that at best they will push enough treats that people will become complacent again, and then we'll have the same fucking issue
Yeah,
in like
that's the whole
5 to 10
purpose.
years.
It's to siphon away revolutionary
That's
energy. Yes.
that, that's that's that is my primary concern at the end of the day. Like, even if you have the best dem ugh, DemSoc candidate, at the end of the day, like all they're going to do is make people complacent. I
Yeah.
don't think you're going to make people more revolutionary with, you know, the best policies that a
Yeah.
DSA candidate can do within the Democratic Party. I think you're probably the best you're going to get is like another FDR, and like
Mm, please,
also
no,
not a
no.
great person. Also,
Ugh.
probably also stopped America from being socialist. Like that is fundamentally
Yeah,
his actual legacy was stopped America from being socialist.
yeah, yeah. And the libs love that guy. They love him. And it's worse. It's worse actually if they're claiming nominally to be socialist in any way. Soc dem soc, whatever. Um, it's yeah, the fuck sewer socialism. Yeah, again, not improving the lives of any disabled people. Certainly, my community's certainly not helped.
We're still fucked.
Yeah, yeah, and like affordable groceries is like it's such a fucking compromise. And that's how soc dems work.
Like I say with that stuff, like if they are genuinely at the point to offer you healthcare, they are afraid that socialism is right around the corner. You should push further. Like
Yes.
you're already at the fucking brink at that point. If they're gonna fucking offer you socialized or like nationalized healthcare in the United States, if they're at that point, you gotta keep fucking pushing because you are right next to socialism.
Yeah, and also like it's really really strange to me to watch people uh celebrate particularly Abdul Al Sayed, who said himself is he is a capitalist. He does not believe in socialism. He is very much not a socialist, and is endorsed by Kamala Harris, the war criminal, and Chuck Schumer, for that matter.
Chuck endorsed an anti-Zionist. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, that's what Nick said, but it's not actually that weird. It is trying to save
That's getting a little
face
desperate.
of yeah, they're trying to save face. They're now in the phase of supporting the anti-genocide campaign that is basically already passed. Like there is it does still exist obviously, and you should be involved in pro-Palestine work, but in popular like news, it's not in the news cycle.
Democrats aren't like turning towards socialism. They're just like understanding they're unpopular. At the end of the
Hmm.
day, they're just understanding that they're unpopular and trying to do just a little bit to become popular enough again so that they can do the same fucking shit that they've always fucking done.
Oh my God, Virgo, T, D. I don't even know, and people keep asking.
Help
Down low.
queer friend
Down low is like someone
help
who it means like a gay man who's closeted who wants to stay closeted.
oh
We're on the down low.
okay.
Keep it
I
discreet.
understand. I understand.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The worst kind of queer. It's gay in the straight way, which is the only wrong way to be
Okay,
gay.
that's straight. I love that actually. I that is
That's
one
a
of the best Celtic
that's
lines
a
of all time, and
banger.
he's had a lot of fucking bangers.
It's so funny.
It's so
uh
true.
it's so true.
And I know that by how Virgo reacted to it when he was hearing about it.
Incredible. Um, hmm. Okay, are there any other questions for Bry? I think I'm kind of out of questions.
Anyone in chat got questions? Also, chat, remember, your streamer works very hard at the end of the day to create this wonderful content for you. So great if you could subscribe for $6 free with Twitch Prime, or if you could give tips directly to your streamer.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, if you haven't followed Bri, definitely fucking follow Bri right the fuck now. Okay? And do the same over there.
I am pulling up stuff on. Thank you so much for the reminder, Lasu. I am pulling up shit now, and I will be reading stuff after chat or after stream.
Oh shit, I didn't know you were live.
If you have anything,
have
that you would like to send to me, Lasu, my whispers are open.
How did you get such an ML mustache?
This is how my facial hair grows. I do not grow a great beard. I have a bald spot like right here. But
It's
I
pretty
grow
good.
a mustache very well. And I like being whimsy. And this is the only thing that Kat lets me grow. So
is she a facial hair hater like me? Because she's correct and right.
No, there are certain reasons why she's not a facial hair hater, but I'm not getting into those.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Nuke the VOD. Nuke the VOD.
I didn't say shit. I just implied.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows what that means. Everyone knows what that means. That's the only reason I like it too. It has one purpose. I don't think I missed any other questions, did I? Let me see.
Thank you so much, Lasu. I clicked on that link. I got that in my other tab. Perfect.
Are you doing stolen gay valor by being an otter? That's not a question from chat. That's just me.
Oh, so the reason why I chose as my PNG an otter is because my wife's favorite animal is an otter.
Aw.
And our pet nickname to each other is Otter. So instead of calling each other babe or honey or whatever, I will call my wife Otter or Ott for short.
That's so
this
cute.
is actually something that I think she might have gotten from Jenna Marbles, if I'm being quite honest with you. But like,
it's very cute. It's very endearing.
But yeah. They're also one of my favorite animals. Do you know that a group of otters that are on a river are called a raft? That is one of the cutest fucking facts I've ever heard.
That's very cute. I love that. Just rafting along. I love how they float and they put little stuff on their tummy, their little foods or whatever.
They do. They have river otters will like carry a pebble that they like really fucking love for like their whole fucking life.
That's so cute. Their favorite pebble.
Right?
Oh my god.
Right?
It's so cute. It's just like me with my little crystals.
And also like sea otters, they actually use tools. So like
what?
They're like so they're carnivores. So they eat like oysters and like other mollusks. And so they will take whatever hard object they have and they will slam it against a clamshell in order to open it up. So
I need to see this pronto.
So if you drop your phone into a sea otter exhibit, they will take your phone and they will bust that shit up against a rock or some shit.
That's so funny. I love that.
They will just
I love
immediately
a cute
slam
little
that
fun
shit.
fact. Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. I did pull a couple of articles for us. And
Perfect.
I'm gonna share my screen to show you.
Hey,
Hopefully,
Harmonites, you're right.
hopefully this doesn't ruin my entire computer trying to share that, but we'll see.
I see turtle.
Turtle, yes. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna put reader mode. Um, there are just a couple quick
Hell yeah.
things about because I did mention it. Anyway, I was gonna mention it. I I did plant this topic in the interview to make this relevant. Okay. China,
Perfect.
China sends third medical expert team to DRC for Ebola response. China's third medical expert team for the Ebola response arrived in Kinshasa, capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, on Saturday to support the country's efforts to strengthen its defenses against the epidemic. Luku Maleo Marius, a representative of the DRC Health Ministry, welcomed the team at the airport. He said the Ebola situation in the DRC remained severe and response efforts continued to face considerable pressure. The arrival of the Chinese experts would provide strong support for epidemic surveillance, patients' treatment, and laboratory testing, he said. Uh, the DRC stands ready to further strengthen cooperation with China and jointly enhance its epidemic response capacity, he said. Yang Xiao Chen, head of the third expert team, said the team would build on the work of the previous two teams, continue providing technical assistance based on practical response needs, and deepen exchanges and cooperation with the DRC's health authorities and relevant international partners. The team would contribute Chinese expertise to efforts to bring the current Ebola outbreak to an early end, Young said. Relatives of Ebola patients react outside an Ebola patient treatment center. Oh, wait, I need to show chat.
I
Hold on.
want to. I want to quickly interject on one thing right here.
Mhm.
This is what anarchists call Chinese imperialism, by the way.
Literally, what do you mean?
This is literally what they call Chinese imperialism. I have not seen an anarchist dare to say Cuban imperialism when they talk about Cuban doctors. How do they even talk
Yeah, imagine.
about I would throw something. I swear to God.
For real. For real. And like, let's just not even touch the fucking Belt and Road Initiative, which has forgiven loans. How many fucking loans has the IMF forgiven entirely?
Xenophobia at work. It really is NTC. It really fucking is.
Yeah.
No, it actually turns out that when uh your ideals are that like healthcare is a human right, that doesn't just end at your own border. It actually turns out that when you think that healthcare is a human right, that it won't end at your border.
Internationalism. Again,
Exactly.
that part. Relatives of Ebola patients react outside of an Ebola treatment center. Wait, they just repeated that. Okay.
I know,
Um,
lawsuit. I know.
previous
Sorry.
teams.
You
It's
were,
okay.
yeah, relatives. Yeah.
Previous teams worked alongside Congolese health authorities and international partners, providing training in Ebola prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. The ongoing Ebola outbreak in the DRC has become the largest ever recorded in the country, surpassing the 2018 to 2020 pandemic, the World Health Organization said on Saturday. This is from Xinhua. So again, common China W. This has been what, like a year or so? I don't know. I don't remember when this outbreak actually began.
Ebola
But
is fucking terrifying. I mean, like I remember people talking about Ebola. Like, actually, like the fact that Ebola didn't have like a huge splash in America. I think that might have poisoned a few minds. Regards to COVID.
yeah.
Like, it's fucking scary in Africa, and like, yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really bad. And the issue is like they didn't even have
Alex!
um they didn't even have the proper tests or obviously like vaccinations for this strain of Ebola.
Mhm.
And so that brings us to the second part of this, which is they are working on this. Wait, this is the wrong article. Wait, I think this is the wrong article. Oh no.
Mhm.
Oh no. Oh no. I had pulled a different article
Chat,
about
distraction.
distraction, distraction.
We're not currently searching for the article. Fuck.
No, this is important though. I'll just read this one instead because
Hell
I don't
yeah. Hell
I
yeah,
don't know where
Alex.
that
Hell yeah.
went. So this is about the women and children in DRC. Da, 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 da. A woman has her temperature checked. Yeah. Women and children continue to bear the brunt of the Ebola outbreak in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, where the epidemic is deepening a humanitarian crisis in the conflict-hit prisons of Ituri, the United Nations said on Friday. The outbreak is unfolding in a region where nearly 1 million people have been displaced, with women and children making up about 80% of the displaced population, according to the UN Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA. The UN's Children's Fund, UNICEF, said children account for nearly one-third of Ebola-related deaths, despite representing about a quarter of confirmed cases. So sad. Maternal deaths nearly double as fears keep patients away. The outbreak is also severely disrupting access to essential healthcare. In the areas hardest hit by Ebola, the use of health services has fallen by more than 40% in recent months, as fear of infection discourages people from seeking treatment, UNICEF said. The UN Population Fund warned that fear of Ebola and overstretched health services are preventing many pregnant women from accessing maternal care. Maternal deaths in Ituri have nearly doubled since the outbreak began, with an average of about 6 women dying each week from child-related complications. Ebola infection during pregnancy remains associated with an extremely high risk of fetal loss, the agency said. Massive outreach efforts target misinformation. OCHA said rebuilding public trust is critical to containing the outbreak. UNICEF and its partners, working alongside the DRC Ministry of Public Health, the World Health Organization, and the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, have deployed about 13,000 community workers. The teams have reached more than 2.4 million people with information on Ebola prevention and early detection, and conducted more than 500,000 household visits to combat misinformation and encourage early treatment. And this is surely in no part because of China. It's like they don't say it here. They're being a bit
But China is
humble.
actually just a capitalist nation and has been since it danged, according
Right.
to certain people.
Yeah, apparently market equals capital. It's
Apparently,
not
yeah.
actually. Yeah, did you know actually that the special economic zones of China, all of that land belongs to the state?
This is actually just like also US aid, apparently.
Oh my God, yeah. No, it's actually quite the opposite. It's literally the opposite thing, right? Because USAID is it's meant to be soft power that like weakens nations and fosters dependency. These are all projects that are meant to encourage
they
self-sufficiency.
literally educate and train local doctors. Like
Mhm. Yes.
that's it's not yeah, they're not just making it so that like, oh, as soon as we leave and we leave with the fresh water, your fucking formula is gone because there's no fucking fresh water in your area and all your
Hmm.
children starve and die.
Right.
It's just is fundamentally different.
Yeah, one of these things is
We
not
actually
like
did
the
that,
other.
by the way, Chad. If you weren't aware of that, we actually, the Nestle Corporation, but the U.S. government was absolutely complicit in this. Uh, went to Africa, told women that their children were going to die if they continued breastfeeding their children, and said you need to use this
Oh
formula
my
instead.
God. That's so evil.
And and by the way, this area of Africa did not have reliable fresh water.
Hmm. The
And
most
so
important part is the most
After
important
Nestle
part of
left with
formula is
their
clean water, by the way.
after
If you don't
Nestle left with
know.
their clean ass water, uh, they were left with not clean water that they were mixing with their formula and causing diseases in their children. And they couldn't just return to breastfeeding because guess what? When women don't breastfeed for, it's actually like not that long of a time. It's like maybe a few weeks.
Really?
I,
Oh,
I know that I know that for Cat it was like just a few weeks. Uh, you can't just start that back up anymore.
right.
Like Nestle literally did a genocide in Africa. Like
Yeah.
that's literally what happened.
Yeah,
It's
it's the same
genocide.
thing. Like they the reason that USAID is anywhere is because of US imperialism in the first place. If we didn't bomb all their rice fields, or that their crops of whatever variety, then they wouldn't need food aid, would they? Right? And you wouldn't be able to pull that away at the drop of a hat if there's a resistance group that you don't like.
Mhm. Oh, a tanky is just someone who like I guess it would be like I guess like the thing that lefties would like people on the left would call a tanky is like people who are ML, but like
Hmm.
it's people who support who like recognize and support actually existing socialist nations such as China, such as the DPRK, such as historically the USSR, such as
Hmm.
Laos, such as Vietnam, such as uh,
Hmm.
Venezuela,
Someone who likes tanks.
such as yeah, such as Nicaragua. It's just people who have recognized that there are places that have actually initiated socialist governments and are developing socialist nations who are trying to develop their nations in the like direction of worker ownership and away from like capitalist control.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like so the reason it pulls a bunch of confusing responses is because it is used derogatorily. We are like reclaiming it in TankTube, which is why maybe it's confusing. But it is, yeah, it's meant to refer to someone who does want, yeah, authoritarianism being, a dictatorship of the proletariat with a state, with uh, with a military, with tanks, with tanks, and they'll cite like Tiananmen Square is a big a big point that they dwell on, which was a CIA backed coup. Pro democracy is always going to be a fucking. It's probably 9 times out of 10 going to be a CIA coup.
It's when you auriform on a tank. That's exactly what it is, Louis. I,
Yes.
I do that at least once a week. Actually, TankTube has told me that if I don't do that once a week, that they will actually uh, uh, tie me up and send me to a gulag. I didn't even know there were gulags existed in the United States, but I'm scared, so that's why I do once a week, every Tuesday at least.
Oh, I didn't know that, Steely. Thank you. It originated in the USSR when the USSR prevented a fascist counter-revolution in Hungary, which was supported by the CIA. Classic.
But yeah, also, Alex, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was talking about it, but like if I had to give like my reason for like
Oh,
wanting
sorry,
like
Bri, you're going to
supporting
the gulag.
socialist nation.
You've been sent to the
What?
gulag. Yeah, 12 hours
Damn it!
starting immediately. Go ahead.
I can't believe you bring up something like this. God damn it! They'll be at my house. They'll be at my house like 1 hour after this stream. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
we're on our
uh,
way.
Rip Bozo, GG's y'all.
We're pulling up in
O
our
sevens,
tanks, and we're taking yours
O
away.
sevens, O sevens in chat.
We're hitting your house with
Yours.
the gay bomb, and now you will have to get divorced because you're both going to be gay. And your
God
kids.
damn it. I have been I've been saying that I am married to a woman in a lesbian way.
That's still yet to be approved by the Council of Gays. So,
You're right. You're right. I sent him my application.
yeah. Yeah, we'll
To it later.
review, and I'm sure you'll get your card any day.
For sure, sure. But yeah, what I was saying to Alex, was that like the reason why I would say earlier that like I would call myself an ML, why I would like defend socialist nations, because like at the end of the day, like I see capitalism as being an existential threat to the disabled community. I think that the only way that we are going to be okay at the end of the day is with worker control of the government. There has only been one successful way to do that as of now, and that is being an ML,
Mm-hmm.
as being a tanky.
Yes.
They're the only ones who have successfully done that kind of shit. Uh, you see nations like the DPRK, like China, like Vietnam, like Cuba, that even despite sanctions are like making more people have access to healthcare at the end of the day, and uh, having like better like access, or like better like life conditions, and better life expectancies, um, and like I am fundamentally at the end of the day like concerned for my community and concerned for like the well-being of others in my community, and I think that that's like
Yeah.
the
And
proven
it's
way to
like
do so.
it's not even my community, just disabled people, because here's the thing. If you're alive, you're probably gonna become disabled at some point if you live long enough. If you're lucky enough to live into old age, you
Yeah,
are going to get a
like I've
disability.
said multiple times on stream, God willing, we all become disabled at some point. Because
Yeah.
if you haven't become disabled at some point, it's because you died tragically.
Yeah.
The person who like is a like football star in high school who gets into a car crash and dies, he's never become disabled.
Yeah.
But ideally, everyone at some point in their life will become disabled. Um,
Yep.
and so like I'm looking out for like the majority of people.
Yeah, capitalism is highly interested in
Everyone in my
disabling
home.
you for their own profit. And like, yeah, like the fucking dead peasant insurance. Like, I'm sure you know about this, Bri. Walmart just takes out life insurance for their employees and it refuses to give it to their family.
Oh, I'm well aware. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fucking well aware. We're actually your family. Remember when the company said we're like a family? That means we get to take your life insurance.
Yeah, literally, we are your first family. Legally. So fucked up. It's so fucked. Okay, wait. I just want to answer this. I'm sorry. From Hair, because they were talking about Tiananmen Square. One thing eludes me. Where does the crushed by tanks and other gory parts of the story come in? The CIA. They made it up. It's fake.
Yeah. Like the guy who's in front of the tank, he didn't get run over.
No, he was asking them to go back. He was asking them to go back because he's like, there's still fucking counter-revolutionaries there. What are you doing? Go stop them. And they were the ones actually
picture,
doing violence. Like the protesters were the ones doing violence. And I understand how that looks and how that sounds coming from America, and fuck the police in America every day forever. But it is different when you have a dictatorship of the proletariat.
Yeah.
He was carried away for being disruptive, yeah. And he also like climbed onto the tank and had a whole conversation with the guy driving the tank. So it wasn't.
There's like everyone sees that picture and they're like, "Oh, that guy clearly got run over." Okay, so why are there no like? Why is there no like on the?
Yeah, if there was a photographer there, where are the other photos?
Side of the internet picture of him getting like fucking run over.
Literally, there was clearly a photographer there, at least one, and they didn't capture any other gore or any other.
Capture him getting actually run over. They just captured him in front of it. No, like that's a propaganda photo.
Yeah, and you could say like, oh, it's not a negotiation if you bring a tank, but what exactly would you do if there was a coup occurring in the square of? It's basically like Washington Square, like it's fucking.
Okay, so actually, Toxic Zangoose, I want to tell Chad a story because my mother-in-law went to Shenyun 2 years ago. My is you'll see it advertised every so often by you'll see it advertised like across like everywhere. Actually, sometimes you'll also see it like your local Chinese restaurant. But anyway, it is put on by was it the something gong? Help me. Falun Gong. Thank you, Virgo. It is put on by the Falun Gong. It changes every year, but the year that my mother-in-law went, there was literally a giant. She described this to me. There was a giant statue, I guess, made of wood, of Karl Marx that they burned at one point in the fucking production.
I've heard about this.
A part of it. That was just a part of it. That was so fucking weird.
Burning Man.
Was fucking weird. Like it was Burning Man. It was fucking Burning Man with Marx.
Burning Man for anti-coms.
It really was. Like she was so fucking confused. She's like, just some bearded guy. They just like burned some bearded guy's head at some point. I was like, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm. Some bearded guy. Yeah, it's like too old. It's too old for the the Red Scare to work like that.
I thought that was just Burning Man.
Oh my god, Smash, please. I want to see that. I want to see that so bad.
I also want to see that, Smash.
Please. I thought that was just Burning Man.
Smash and I will be going to Shenyun together. Please get a photo of the burning marks. Please get a picture. If they burn Marx again, please get a photo. Please. I want to see it.
They gotta update it. Like they gotta do G or something. But they're scared. They won't. Do it. You won't.
It is fucking funny, isn't it? Was TankTuber doing for Halloween? I think we're burning a giant statue of Marx.
No. No, we gotta burn like Kissinger or I don't know, something like that.
All bald Lenin.
Lindsey
We're all
Graham.
just gonna be in bald caps. I will have the most Lenin facial hair of the group, but we will all be wearing bald caps.
Yeah, I do. I want to get to my Stalin cosplay goal so bad. Sub now for Stalin cosplay.
Guys, sub right fucking now. They need to do a Lane needs to do a cosplay. Uh, they gave you Elden Ring. They gave you the best Pog face on Twitch. Uh, let them give you more. Let them give
Yeah,
you more.
yeah. The hat alone costs like $100, and so I wouldn't like ask for so much. Except for the I want the real leather hat. And DC, thank you, thank
You
you.
see, yo, guys, give your Laney Pogs in chat for NTC. Give your Laney Pogs. Yeah.
Bog. I was genuinely so shocked that he died. I thought he was gonna kill me.
I killed him, and him was the Falun Gong.
Uh, they double tapped Nazis. Well, I hope you had fun. I know I'm not fun TM, but
You need to go outside again. I swear.
the baby so needy. So I won't keep you. I'm sure it's late there now. I assume. So fun, TM, sincere. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I did before we end, I did want to give a correction,
Yes.
formally,
Okay.
chat. I have said in the past that Laney is not fun sometimes. I did say sometimes, but I have been correct. I've been comradely corrected by friend and fellow mod, Transfox Girl, also known as Luna. Uh, Laney is indeed fun. Laney is fun, chat. It's fun
Thank
here.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Correction noted. I will be removing your restricted viewer status.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't even classify this as fun, but we should do a funner stream. More fun time. Maybe another time.
I'm down.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming. Everyone follow Bri. Everyone follow Bri. Right the frick now. Pet that dog. Can I pet that dog?
Dog wants to be pet.
So cute. Show dog. Show dog right now.
Pretty, come here. Come on. I can. Come here. Up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweetie. So sweet. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shepherds are so sweet.
He is a big boy.
Yes. Yeah, I love a big
His
dog.
name is Rudolph. His name is Rudolph because we got him close to Christmas.
Cute. Very cute. All right. Have a great night.
Also, he's got a big hot dog.
Oh, the glizzy. Glizzy toy.
See. Anyway, have a great night. I'll be in chat.
Thank you. Thank you again. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Mm. Excellent. Excellent chat. I don't mean to, but these always just seem to end at like 1.5 hours.